are ready for the tip.
What happens when a key sports product that has built an athlete empire fails in front of millions? Here's exactly what happens.
Injured is Zion Williamson.
The 2018-2019 Duke basketball team was one hell of a group. It was pretty clear that these guys were on track to head straight to the NBA after one season with the Blue Devils. Within a few games, it was an absolute guarantee. And one star was becoming a highlight machine.
Spinning his way to hammer it home!
The kind of highlights that make a brand salivate, even those more closely associated with other schools. Jordan was a key part of making Nike what it is today. It was an incredible investment for both parties and made Jordan one of the few athletes with 3 commas to his name. Jason Tatum had signed with the North Carolina Legends brand, waving a white flag in the rivalry and making clear that business is just business. And for Nike, business was good with Duke. They were the Blue Devils' exclusive provider since 1993 and plastered the checkmark on big-time players like J.J. Redick, Shane Battier, and Grant Hill. In 2015, Nike signed a 10-year deal with the university to continue their partnership. With his growing status, Zion was well on his way to representing one of sports' most iconic and rich companies. But Nike wasn't having a very easy year in 2019. A trade war between US and China was in full swing, driving up cost of Nike's products and cutting into margins. Sales were still strong and the stock price was rising, but a weakness was starting to show. As long as nothing crazy happened, everything would be fine. Then, it was the heavyweight college matchup that everyone loves, UNC, Duke. And with this year's star-powered lineup, it would be even more explosive than usual. Must-see TV in every way. Obama, Spike Lee, Ken Griffey Jr. all traveled to Cameron Indoor to see the Showdown. The cheapest ticket by tip-off was $2,500, and one sold for $10,000. The ball is tipped, and 36 seconds later, Duke is getting set up on offense as Zion nears the paint, when this happens.
Usually that's the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Slipping and down.
He blew through his shoe.
Yeah.
Zion's foot ripped right through a Nike shoe.
And then he started holding his right knee. His shoe blew apart.
And the replay was shown over and over and over again, with the Nike logo busting at the threads. Quite possibly the worst advertisement of all time. Commentator Jay Billis gawked at the scene. In his hundreds of games broadcasted, this was something new and awkward for a basketball world that has a shoe obsession. It's a world that slings hundreds of millions in pursuit of getting the best athletes in the world to wear their logo. And the best in college basketball just put his foot right through it. After losing their National Player of the Year, Duke got a beatdown on their own court. R.J. Barrett scored 33, followed by Cam Reddish's 27, but the rest of the Blue Devils combined for only 12 points. And the PR cleanup was just beginning at Nike.
Embarrassing incident for the company that took place on national television.
Ripped through his shoe, making a routine move that he's made so many times.
A lot of people are saying, well, what does it mean for Nike's stock?
It's definitely a bad look. That's why their stock is dropping.
I don't necessarily know what happened, how it happened. My only concern was for Zion.
And to make matters worse, Zion was on the bench, nursing an injury while his Blue Devils were struggling on the court. In the 6 games without Williamson, Duke went 3-3, including another loss to their rival. Social media was still buzzing, and even the stock price of Nike was dipping on the news. Don't you mess with that market cap.
Apex Marketing estimates $12 million in negative media attention last night alone. That doesn't even count today.
The next time Zion Williamson steps on the court for Duke, he's going to have to put that same brand sneaker on that just exploded on his foot.
Let's dissect Crisis Management 101 from Nike. First, the immediate response. We are obviously concerned and want to wish Zion a speedy recovery. The quality and performance of our products are of utmost importance. While this is an isolated occurrence, we are working to identify the issue. The quick response looks like a Band-Aid on a shotgun wound, but it actually hit the right note. Focus on the player's recovery. Second, Nike sent down a herd of workers to Durham to talk to Zion and do a thorough investigation of what could have gone wrong with the shoe. Then, they provided Zion with an ultra-reinforced shoe that could withstand the highlight machine's force. And then the chef's kiss to make it all better, athlete response. Zion said, "It was one of those things where the shoe was kind of worn out because I had been practicing in it a lot and played a few hard games in it. So I think that was just kind of my mistake. I just need to change my shoe more often. Nike, give that man a raise." But a big question remained. Was Zion still the king of college basketball after this injury? Zion returned just in time for the ACC tournament and dominated.
Oh, over the top again.
He was a perfect 13 for 13 shooting from the field and grabbed a game-high 14 boards. But that was just a precursor to the all-important rematch against UNC. It was a dogfight, and with 36 seconds left, Zion backed into the paint and did this.
Up, no good, follow, yeah. Hit by Little, no, and Duke will hang
It was two of the best performances in Zion's Duke career, and Nike had just skirted by a blatant crisis to maintain their spot as the shoe kings of the court. Williamson led the Blue Devils to the Elite Eight that season before they lost to Michigan State by a point. But Zion's stock was incredibly high. He signed a deal with Jordan just like Tatum had years prior, and his relationship with the shoe brand has been a very good one. So what do you do when you get the all-time worst advertisement a brand can get on national television? You pray that the player is 2019 Zion Williamson. Thanks for watching. If you like our style of storytelling, please like and subscribe so we can keep providing it. If you want more of our storytelling, subscribe to our newsletter linked in the description. Talk to you soon.